Our next speaker is Jen Brittingham. You want us to go by James, please? James Brittingham, Odyssey. Odyssey, James Brittingham.
Fellow Toastmasters, honored guests. I'm going to start by introducing the cast of characters. This Odyssey involves three main characters. There's the brave and resourceful Ulysses. The beautiful and faithful Penelope. The awesome and adorable Telemachus. Episode 1, Where's My Car? This Odyssey starts on January 29th, 2015. Ulysses and Penelope take Telemachus to Sky Harbor International Airport to catch a 4:30 plane to Newark International Airport. They arrive about 3:30. Penelope and Telemachus get out of the car at the curb. Ulysses proceeds to drive up the spiral ramp to short-term parking. When he gets there, he's astounded to find out that the very first space at the end of the spiral ramp is vacant. After checking to make sure there's no signage, police tape, or broken glass in the parking space, he parks the car, gets out, checks to make sure he has his keys, and locks the car. Normally, he would have noted the designation of the parking space and written it down on his parking stub. But in this case, he doesn't, because he thinks it's going to be so easy to find. Takes an elevator down a couple of floors, joins Telemachus and Penelope for a few minutes. Then Telemachus goes through security. Penelope and Ulysses return to the parking area. They take the first elevator up, but when they get to the end of the spiral ramp, the car there is not theirs. Ulysses figures there's another ramp somewhere, so he goes off looking while leaving Penelope next to the original space. After about 20 minutes, he's not only lost the car, he's lost Penelope. She has a cell phone, he has a cell phone, but her cell phone's at home. After about another 20 minutes, he finds Penelope. At this point, Penelope decides it's time for her to take action, so she explains her plight to a bystander. And she's told, well, maybe you took the wrong elevator. Oh, says Ulysses, there's more than one elevator? Yes, there's several. It's happened to me several times. So, to make a short story even shorter, they find the car and they leave the airport. Episode 2, Where's My Wife? Penelope wants to take the 44th Street exit so she can see the Sky Train. About this time, it's starting to rain a little bit. It's been a while since there's been any rain, and the windshield wipers haven't been used very much, and with the sun and all, they're sort of falling apart. They're not very effective, so visibility is sort of a problem. Also, it's getting to be rush hour now. It's around 4:30, and there's a lot of traffic. Well, they get to the point where there are 3 lanes going south where they don't want to go, and 3 lanes going north where they want to go. They're in the southernmost lane. And with all the traffic and the poor visibility, they end up driving through Tempe. And once they get to Tempe, they turn left on Rural Road, head north on the Scottsdale Road. Ulysses decides it's a good time to get dinner. So they stop off at a nice restaurant called Franco's Italian Cafe. They drive past the cafe, they take 3 rights, they're about a block south and a block east of the cafe. They go to the cafe, have a nice dinner. I think the dinner included alcohol. As they leave, they're both in a very good mood, but it's starting to rain a little bit. So Ulysses suggests that Penelope wait for him again while he goes and gets the car. Well, this time he has no trouble finding the car, but he can't find the restaurant. thinks he drove past the restaurant before he started looking for it. He makes a right-hand turn to go back to the restaurant, but he runs into a dead end. So he has to return to Scottsdale Road. Now, the solution is obvious. He needs to make a U-turn on Scottsdale Road, drive past the restaurant, make another U-turn, come back and pick up Penelope and go home.
Did your wife call it?
But the problem is Scottsdale Road is very U-turn unfriendly. They have a lot of no U-turn signs on Scottsdale Road. I think they have a lot of them in a warehouse somewhere, and they decided they might as well put them out there. After a while, he does turn north, and he drives south for a while, but he isn't seeing very well with the rain and everything. And he turns back again, and as he goes north, he suddenly notices, now we get into episode 3, where am I? He noticed that he's going west, and he realizes he's not on Scottsdale Road anymore. So he pulls off in a parking lot, and he gets a cell phone. His phone starts ringing, so he doesn't have time to answer the phone until it cools over, but he gets a message that says, "Hey, Ulysses, I'm at Franco's Italian Cafe, east side of Scottsdale Road, south of Camelback, north of 5th Avenue. We're all rooting for you." Well, Ulysses noticed that he's parked at a Fry's, so he goes into the Fry's, takes out his credit card, he buys a GPS, he puts in the coordinates of Franco's Italian Cafe, drives to the cafe, picks up Penelope, they go home, and everything ends happily. Thank you.